I'm from Roses Valley, where I live in the United States. And I'm doing this because I am a survivor of breast cancer, and I think it is so important that every female and male is aware of, what breast cancer is and the signs, the symptoms, and the treatment for breast cancer in case you are diagnosed with breast cancer.
How long have you been diagnosed?
I was diagnosed with breast cancer in October 2016, so this is my 9th year this year, ironically. I started treatment in November 2016, and I was cleared, saying that I was completely cleared in December 2017.
How do you realize that you have breast cancer?
Well, I usually do my monthly breast exam, and one time I did it 1 month, and I felt a lump in my right breast. I went to the doctor like 2 days later. I got a mammogram done, and then I got an ultrasound, and I also got a biopsy. And a week after I found the lump, I was told that I was positive for stage 1 breast cancer.
Mm-hmm. Were you afraid of that?
Ironically, I wasn't as scared as I thought I would be. More people were more scared than I was, like my family, my friends, they were more scared. I kind of knew what breast cancer was, and I knew that stage 1 breast cancer, as scary as it is treatable. So I was glad that I caught it at the time that I did.
So what advice would you have to give the person?
My advice to every female is, as long as you start, developing breast, make sure you do your monthly self-breast exam. And if you feel a lump in any way, make sure you get it checked out. You call your doctor and have your doctor either do a mammogram or an ultrasound. And for every female who is old enough, I think it is age 40, that you do your mammogram every single year. Mammograms are important, but breast self-exam is even more important, because if I had to wait for my mammogram, I would wait another year, because I had just done a mammogram like 2 months earlier. And the only reason why I found out that I really had that lump was because I was doing a breast self-exam.
So what are you doing for the community of Roses Valley?
Well, for the community of Roses Valley, the Community Development Committee, we came up with this idea that we should do a breast cancer walk and a breast cancer symposium. This is our first one. The turnout wasn't as big as I expected, but at least some people came out. Right now we're going to have a doctor come, and we're going to talk about the symptoms, signs and symptoms of breast cancer, and then we're going to talk to ladies about mammograms and have them sign up for mammograms. So this is more like an educational thing for the women of the community. Mm-hmm. And men, because men do get breast cancer too. That's another thing, like men think they can't. Men do get breast cancer. 1 in every 100 breast cancer diagnoses is for men. So men do get breast cancer too.
Oh.
Yes.
So your word is for everybody to be tested?
My word is for every female to make sure you do your monthly self-breast examination, and if you find a lump, get it tested. But if you don't find a lump at age 40, you make sure you get a mammogram done. Every female should get a mammogram done.
Okay. Name and position.
Alright, my name is Dr. Kamoy Brown. I'm a medical doctor, and stay tuned for breast cancer information.
Yes, what can you tell me about breast cancer?
Alright, so breast cancer, I always like to put a simple analogy, a simple story of like a city. Your body is a city that is made up of several buildings. These buildings are called cells, alright? So now in that city, you have a city planner, a contractor who controls basically how the buildings are built and how everything is done, right? So basically, to relate it to cancer, that would be your DNA that controls everything. So now, whenever the city planner gives bad information, or the workers that makes the buildings don't follow the instructions, basically you have all of this crazy growth, things growing, or buildings being built where they're not supposed to be built, and that's cancer. So basically it's just the uncontrolled, abnormal, rapid growth of, cells, tumor cells. So, and similarly, breast cancer is a particular type of cancer that affects the breast, and
male and female?
Both male and female. Most persons think that it's only females that are affected, but males, we are affected as well because we do have a breast. So now, what to look out for, as it relates to breast cancer? One, first look. You need to look at your breast. Check for changes in size, check for discharge, check for change in color, check for skin changes, check for the nipple if it is turning inside or inverted as we'd call it, right? Also, you look, you must also feel. You should do self-breast examination, right? For females, it is recommended, 3 to 5 days after their period, if they are, still seeing their period, if they are menopausal at the same time every month, right? So self-exam is one. Screening, in simple terms, screening is simple, just checking up, checking as many persons as possible to, see if you fall in that group. All women are at risk because they have breasts. Men are at risk as well, but men more. So screening, many structures are in place. From the Jamaica Cancer Society, there are many movements and groups that offer free mammogram, because mammogram is like a breast X-ray. It's the main tool that we use to screen. If there's any abnormality or concern, that they step it up to a breast ultrasound or to a biopsy as necessary, right? So now who's at risk for breast cancer? Females. Are there non-modifiable risk factors such as genetics, the BRCA gene, not to go too deep in it. Many relate diet and lifestyle, smoking, drinking in general, towards all types of cancers, not just breast cancers. So the most important thing is get screened, get checked. Right? So your self-examination and get your yearly. The current recommendations, every 1 to 2 years or every year, we recommend that you get your pap smear, right? Also, just to debunk couple myths, as I said, people believe that younger women can get cancer. That's not true. Young women can get cancer. Breast cancer, that is. People believe that men can get breast cancer. Yes, they can get breast cancer. Also, people believe that phone can give you breast cancer. Well, the type of radiation that comes from phone is different. It's non-ionizing radiation, and it's ionizing radiation that causes, breast cancer. Also, many persons think that tight bras or wearing bras can cause breast cancer. There's no evidence to support that. So that's just to leave you a few facts. But, make sure you get checked and always know your numbers. Leave.
Name?
Omar Chambers.
From?
I'm from Oxford, just below Roses Valley here.
What distance are you running?
5K, basically.
And that is from where to where?
From the top cross road, that's the road leading to the river, all the way to Roses Valley here, where the primary school is.
Yes, you are.
This is something that you always do?
Yes, you are.
Yes, but it's been a while since I've actually do this.
So how hard was it for you?
It was a little bit challenging based on me not really preparing for this every day. So other than just doing a little here and there, then basically that's it.
So what do your interest to this race?
It feels pretty good. I would actually do it again. Whether it is next year, whether it's something different, as long as it's basically this type of event going on.
So what are you supporting in this race?
The Breast Cancer Awareness Day, which the Roses Valley Club put on along with persons from the community of Roses Valley.
Massa, man.